First up, I'd like to apologise for not getting an episode out last week. I ended up taking the opportunity to go away camping for the Easter break. No computers, no internet, no mobile phone coverage. It was lovely, just to be able to relax in the bush with my family and friends. Anyway, enough sentiment, let's get into this episode of HACCP Mentor. SQF have recently released edition 7.1 of the SQF code, which will come into play on the 1st of July 2013. There have been around 50 changes from the previous version, including the provision of hand wash signage to be located in prominent positions, protective clothing to be manufactured from the material that is not liable to contaminate food, the definition of high-risk food to include food deemed high risk by the customer or a food that has caused a major food outbreak, and also there's been a change around equipment surfaces are to be smooth, impervious and free from cracks and crevices. A copy of the new edition along with a full list of changes can be found on the SQF website, or just check the episode transcription for a direct link. One of the most powerful and useful things that you can do to prepare for your third-party audit is to do an internal audit. I don't mean one of those tick and flick activities, but to actually perform the internal audit in the shoes of the external auditor. If your internal audit against the entire audit criteria only takes you 1 hour to complete, do you think you have adequately covered everything? I doubt very much that your external auditor takes 1 hour to complete their audit, so your internal audit shouldn't take this amount of time either. An E. coli outbreak under investigation since the end of 2012 has been updated to now have affected 27 people as of the 5th of April across 15 states in the USA. Different frozen convenience foods manufactured by Rich Products Corporation have tested positive to E. coli 0121. The company have now extended their previous food recall to include all Farm Rich, Market Day and Schwane's brand frozen food products. Seafood and fish have been under the food recall spotlight in the past week, with a couple of different products recalled. These have included bottled lobster recalled in Canada for possible Clostridium botulinum contamination. Smoked Atlantic salmon products have also been recalled in Canada due to Listeria monocytogenes contamination. Smoked herring and pickled herring fish were found to be uneviscerated with the potential for Clostridium botulinum contamination, and there's also been a recall around undeclared fish allergen as anchovies in clam pies out of Boston in the US. To check out all of these recalls or any other information, just visit www.foodproductrecalls.com. A report from the New York City Department of Health and Mental Hygiene is warning consumers of a possible hepatitis A contamination. A food handler working at Outer Restaurant was tested positive for hepatitis A, resulting in up to 3,000 customers possibly exposed. This incident highlights how your staff can be one of the biggest risks if not managed correctly. Take this opportunity to check your staff illness policy and see how suitable it really is. This is also a great scenario that can be tested during a mock crisis event. What is your screening process for illness and infection amongst your staff? Let HACCP Mentor know and leave a comment below this episode. For this week's action item, go and check that any issues identified from customer complaints have been assessed in the hazard analysis. By doing this, you can have confidence that you have assessed potential hazards that occur within your food business. That wraps up episode 13 of HACCP Mentor Review. Don't forget that you can download the podcast from iTunes if you prefer to keep up to date while you're exercising. Also, share how you medically screen your food handlers by leaving a comment below this episode. Until next time, I'm Amanda Evans from HACCPmentor.com.